in Second Ezra 6 and verse 1654. You know, we can going back and forth. The Spirit says so. The Spirit saying, "You got to bring the scripture." Got it. Second Ezra, you can read since you have it.
Second Ezra chapter 6 verse 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures.
Yeah, because we all come from Adam. All right. He made him Lord of all thy creatures. It's not only animals, but it's also talking about human beings, or Mano sapiens, or what is that?
Homo sapiens.
Homo sapiens. You know, I don't know why I say monotheism and shit like that. But Homo sapiens, okay? He made those are creatures also. Basically, you know, people. They're creatures also. All right, go ahead.
Of him come we all.
Of him come we all. Because when he made Adam over all the creatures, at that point in time, they had other nations among Adam. But through Adam, Noah came through. So we all come from Adam at the end of the day. Okay? Go ahead.
And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
And the people also whom thou hast chosen. So everybody comes from Adam, but there's a chosen people that comes from Adam. That's what people don't understand. We all come from Adam. I bleed, you bleed. Hey, a dog bleed the same color. You know? It doesn't matter. It's who the Most High chooses. Okay? Go ahead.
All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
The Most High made the world for a chosen people's sakes. Okay? Don't try to flip it and talk about he made it for Adam. Yeah, he made it for Adam, but because Adam was chosen, and people came out of Adam, all right? And there's the chosen people. Those chosen people, that's what the world he made for. Just like the first inheritance of New Jerusalem, the salvation. You know, just because my father had me, he had other siblings too. But does that mean they're gonna inherit the first salvation, man? Does that mean that? No. Okay, so you can't just, we all come from Adam, so we all gonna inherit that, man. No, all Israelites ain't gonna inherit the first go-round. Okay? All nations ain't gonna inherit the kingdom of heaven. Okay? That's just the facts. The Most High always chooses. He said in the scriptures, house shall be, brother shall be against brother, mother against daughter. That means it's gonna be a difference, it's gonna be a variance within your own household. So just because we in the same house don't mean we all gonna make it. I'm talking about carnal. Like my carnal mom, my carnal dad, and my carnal siblings. Just because we all came in the same house don't mean we all gonna make it, man. Okay? Sometimes it works like that, sometimes it don't, man. Go ahead.
As for the other people,
you got a chosen and the other people. That's a pronoun, you know what I'm saying? But to get more specific, if you got a chosen people, then you have a non-chosen people. Okay? That's just simple as that. It's common sense, man. Okay? So the non-chosen people, go ahead.
Which also come of Adam.
Which also come of Adam. Okay? Just like I said, David had kids, man. Right? At the end of the day, you had Solomon, and you had Absalom. Who got to inherit the kingdom after him, man? You got to have an heir. Everybody can't be an heir. Okay? Go ahead.
As for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing.
That they are nothing. So basically at the end of the day, if you're not chosen, then you're nothing. You got to have a kingdom, you got to have servants. I understand that. That's why when I'm in this society, it's bitter. But I understand that the so-called white man got to have his servants. Okay? I'm just waiting on my turn. Okay? Because the Most High said we're going to have our turn. Okay? Go ahead.
But be like unto spittle.
But be like unto spittle. Spit, man. Okay? Go ahead.
And has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
That's right. We always go into that concept, man. It's a fucking common sense. You got a big ass bucket of water. If you fill it up to the top, that motherfucker's gonna be heavy, man. and you're gonna rock. It's gonna tilt if you don't have no top on it. But in this theory, it doesn't have a top on it, and it's rocking. Okay, and it's gonna fall out. So what? Okay. You know, you gotta plate of food. Somebody bump you, and that little plate of food fall off. You're gonna be a little upset, depending on how hungry it is. But you got your whole plate of food. It's not, the day is not over with, man. Okay, that's why I say don't put all your eggs in one basket. You know what I'm saying? But all the eggs is in one basket, and only one egg fell out. You know, only one egg fall out. It's like, shit, I got the rest of the eggs. Let me hurry up and get this egg to safety. These eggs to safety, man. Okay, and that's the elect. The elect is the eggs that the Most High is rushing to safety. That's the reason he's speeding up the times. Okay, go ahead.
And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us.
Yeah, these heathen, non-Israelites. In that situation, that is a non-Israelite, because he's basically, Ezra saying these heathen that has been ever reputed as nothing. Because you go into the context of the scriptures, it's talking about the chosen and the non-chosen. You know? Even though we talk about the elect of 2/3, but this talking about heathens, man. Heathens being over. You got Hamites over us, you know, at a point in time. But in this time, you got the so-called white man over us. You got the Chinese over us. Okay? And they're ruling over you. You go to your job, you know what I'm saying? You could work your ass off, man. They'll give a heathen a bonus before they do for you, man. Okay? And they be like, man, that's some bullshit, man. But they be like, you know, it's America, man. Okay? Here it is, a Moabite, incoherent. This motherfucker don't know his left from his right. You know what I'm saying? Can come over here and flourish in this society with the benefits, man. We're talking about government assistance and all that shit, like, and these motherfuckers will come over on this side of the country married, man. You know, and get like thousands of dollars in food stamps. You know what I'm saying? We'll cap out like at 6 or 7, 800. These motherfuckers be having like two G's, man. Especially them Africans, they come over deep and they be having like 3 G's in food stamps, man. They move into the best homes, man. Be fucking them houses up, man. And they don't want to act like you can't give it to a nigga because he might fuck it up. They're fucking it up. You know what it is? It's the curses, man. We ain't meant to have shit, man. So you niggas, this side note, stop trying to decorate your fucking hell, man. Okay? If an ice cube fall from somewhere, then better enjoy that motherfucker, man. But don't be trying to decorate your hell, man. Pulling up piles of dirt around your fucking fire and it's burning up and you trying to build you a dirt castle, it could be all man, just walk through that motherfucker and do what you gotta do, man. You know? Stop trying to decorate your hell, man. Just deal with it. Okay? Go ahead. Motherfucker like
Yeah.
a pedophile.
Which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us.
And to devour us, man. They think that shit funny when Jake is down there. Like I said about the Straight Outta Compton, they expected Jake to fuck each other up, man. They was ready to report it. That bitch probably had a whole fucking, you know, shit laid out. That's why she had to roll with it. She probably had a story like, you know, she put all her eggs in one basket on that, you know? She was like, yeah, these niggas gonna fight. I got this. Well, what if they don't fight, man? They gonna fight. And then they didn't fight. And it was like, oh, shit.
Like, why?
You know?
Everybody's coming to see a movie.
You know? But, hey, these damn crackers, man, they're known for shooting up movies, man.
Exactly.
And when Avengers 2 come out, niggas should be lined up, man. The Batman vs. Superman, you should line up, man. Okay? They shot up the other Batman. You should, every time Batman come out, you should be lining up with guns, man. Putting security heavy up in that motherfucker, man. Every white boy with a trench coat, you should be patting them down, man. Okay?
Racial profile.
Yep. But they don't do that, you know, because we're under curses, man. Not only we under curses, but the other nations are under that too, because you're dealing with the devil, man. But we're under heavy curses. We don't even be, you know, our people, I ain't gonna say we don't do shit. Them niggas do a lot of dumb shit, man. Basically giving an excuse for the white man to continue in his madness But the so-called white man put our people in situations to do that madness, like putting crack in the neighborhoods. And then when they sell it, it gives the so-called white man reason to come bring the hammer down on you, man. You know, you get it like a year for every rock, man. You get caught with cocaine, then it's a couple months or some shit, man.
Fine.
A fine or what? You got the Hiltons,
Rehab.
the Hiltons and shit. You on crack? You're not crack cocaine, but you're on cocaine. And you, man, no, man, it's an illegal substance, man. You know, that's made to create crack cocaine, man. So that's, you know, that's paraphernalia at the least of a crack cocaine, man. You got a crack pipe, I bet you get more time for a crack pipe than cocaine, man. You know, a little speck of, man. Look. At the end of the day, that cocaine is supposed to be getting years, man.
Yeah.
You know,
if I could speak on it, brother. You know, because like the brother's saying, you use cocaine, powder cocaine, to make crack, but they got an agenda which basically says if you stop all the little small crimes, then you can stop the major crimes.
yep,
But but how are you using that logic when you're giving somebody 30 years for crack and, you know what I'm saying, probation for powder?
yeah, you shut down cocaine, you shut down crack. It's that easy. But you know why? Because your doctors, your politicians, you know what I'm saying, all the rich elite, they on that cocaine, man. All right, so they don't need nobody to be bringing down the hammer on that drug, man. Okay, unless the Mexicans are bringing it in, you know, and they just gonna take it from them. They're gonna bust them and take it. Okay. Go ahead.
Verse 58, but we thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten.
That only begotten. We're the only begotten of the earth, man. Okay? Yahushua is the only begotten spirit, but we're the only begotten nation, man. Okay? And it all started with Adam, really Abraham. But technically it all started with Adam. Technically it all started with Yahushua. You know? Go ahead.
And thy fervent lover are given into their hands.
Yep, we're giving it to the hands of our enemies. Oh, that's talking about the white Jews. It's talking about, that shit don't match up with nothing, man. Okay, just like I was telling this brother earlier, oh well, and he wake up, that everything you read in the Bible is supposed to match up with reality, man. Them fake Jews over there, the philosophy Jews. I'm talking about the Amalekite Jews, the Edomite Jews. Those ones in our land right now, that don't match up with them, man. They're not under the oppression of the whole world, man. They're oppressing the whole world. They're the ones bombing other countries and asking America to help them bomb them, man. At this very day, man. That's not oppression, man. You're the oppressor. Okay?
I think they get like 3.8 billion every year in money from the U.S.
Still can't go. Get all that, yeah, that's not oppression, man. You know? They get all that money, all that welfare, and here it is, you cutting Jake, so-called Jake's welfare. But you funding all that money to a fucking another country. You know? You shouldn't be giving no country no fucking aid until you fix your country, man. You know?
Detroit's fucked up.
That's stupid, man. It's an oxymoron, man.
Why not?
You know? You help somebody pay their bills and you can't pay your own bills, man. You know? Make sure your shit's together, man. But they're quick to tell you that's the rules. You know, Esau, like, they can't hire you, that's the rules. Because you got fired, but then a senator will be caught doing some fucking child porn, and then he'll get hired in a fucking other state at a lower rate, but higher pay. You know? Yeah, you just start as senator
here, but you can go to another state and
be a secretary and get paid more on some shit, man.
Or look at the Catholic priests.
Oh
Yeah. You know? Niggas still, you should be shutting down that shit, man.
Catholicism.
They should be exiled in this country off of that. Not because you're atheist and you want to fight against religion, and that's a reason. No, because they fucking kids, man. You know, you should shut that church down, man, because they got a responsibility. Just like when a police officer kill a nigga unjustly, he should get the electric chair, man.
Yep.
And you should kill the nigga in charge, man. You shut it down at the source, man.
Yep. Kill the source.
You know? If every police officer get the electric chair for shooting a nigga unlawfully, I bet you they'll follow them laws right then and there. And it's crazy, like they act like they gotta do it, but here it is, you go in fucking Great Britain, they ain't got no guns out there, man. What happens? They're among the most peaceful, one of the most peaceful. I was looking at this top 10 most peaceful countries, man. You got like New Zealand and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Certain countries got guns, but like Canada, they don't allow guns in their country, man. But it's like top 3 most peaceful countries to live in, man. You know? That's crazy, man.
It's something that America is doing wrong, nigga.
Yeah, you need all these weapons for what? You know, you just want to keep arming these crackers, man, so they can keep fucking up people, but you can't pass a law where you just arm police officers and white people. So you gotta make it a law, just make it hard for niggas to get the guns, man. You know?
It was a documentary that showed, you know what I'm saying, like how it is in Canada. And they went to 3 houses on 3 different streets. And instead of, you know, knocking on the door, they just opened up the door and went in their house. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong place. Because people actually don't lock their doors in Canada because there's no crime.
Yeah.
They're not worried about somebody running in their house.
Iceland, New Zealand, and it's a lot of Edomite countries, but all the Israelite countries are the most violent because it's occupied by the so-called white man, and it's their doctrine. You know, Congo, you know, fucking Venezuela.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With all these fucking in Brazil, that's all that fucking shit with the drugs and the poverty, man. Okay, oppression from these damn crackers, man. You know, that's where violence come from, man. You put a rat in the corner, you got to do something, man. You know.
2nd Ezra 6 and 59. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world?
Yep. Because you know why? Because we're under curses, man. Because we ain't keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. We ain't cursing these damn devils out. Y'all showing these damn crackers too much respect, man. They're the damn devil, man. Right? Not only slavery, but the shit that they did in slavery, man, was horrendous, man. You ain't supposed to do that to nobody. You're supposed to show some type of respect to a person, man. Okay? Even though we know that the so-called white man is the devil, we'll still treat him like something, man. We'll still tip y'all. We'll still do shit, man. You're the devil, but you gotta fucking go home and eat. Get your belly full. Last so you can eat the missiles, man. You know? But y'all motherfuckers, y'all doing all kind of, if a motherfucker got a slave and he run away or some shit, you know, you don't kill him, you just chop off a foot or something, just kill him, man. You know what I'm saying? That's your law. The KKK, and you just create a new way to just torment Jake, man. Ain't no fucking reason to do it, man. You say we out here killing ourselves, just fucking quarantine us, man. If it's that bad, quarantine us. Lock us up in this motherfucker, man. You know? No, because if you lock us up in here, we're gonna just come together, man. We're gonna rise up, man. We ain't gonna rise up and come against y'all. We're gonna come and come up, man, as a nation, man. Y'all tried that shit. Y'all let us alone, and Black Wall Street popped up. Y'all was like, hell no. You know? Boom. You know? Go ahead. That's it to that.
There's one more question. How long shall this endure?
Yep. You know how long it should do it? Till the so-called white man goes down. The so-called white man is eradicated, man.